God, this is atrocious. That was much better. Alright. Alrighty. So, it's been a bit. Let me quickly check. When was the last Cheat Inventory Challenge episode, actually? Or, last Cheat Inventory Challenge stream. Because it must have been so long. Yo, Leon, welcome in! Welcome, welcome, welcome! I guess I can check that now. So, guys. It's been a bit. Let me quickly pull up the screenshots. What's up, Leon? Happy freaking Saturday. Hope you're doing absolutely freaking fantastic. Alright, screenshots. Let's see. Just gonna share everything here. There we go. So, I'm just gonna do a full recap. So, back on the 1st of February, we reached the second overworld corner, which is the negative overworld corner. And that was the 1st of February. Today is the freaking 5th of April. So, yeah, 2 months and 4 days ago, we were at the negative overworld corner. And so it took pretty much 2 full months to get from, yeah, negative 375, we're already a little more here, negative 375 million to the 29.9 million that we're at currently. So more than 2 months later, I haven't shown any progress in the last 2 months. This puts us like close to 48%. You guys will see that like on screen somewhere anyways. Thank you so much for the song request as well. Thank you. Absolutely insane. So, I quickly wanted to just go through the screenshots. I'll probably, yeah, edit them on screen as well, where the resolution will be slightly better. But yeah, just look at like these top numbers, mainly the top numbers, get bigger and bigger and bigger, because obviously, I think some of these screenshots were still manual, but later on, I did do these screenshots automatically. That's why there's quite a bunch, but we will quickly look through them. It's going to be quite satisfying. And most importantly, I wanted to quickly show off how the script has evolved before we actually get fully into it. I'll probably put this like in the description. I'll give a link to this script. It might still be further refined when this video comes out, but basically, I have now adapted it such that it screenshots, or no, I should first say it pauses pretty much exactly every 5 minutes. So this go timer is cycling through 3 times. So 95 seconds times 3 is 285. And then with these 15 seconds that are only going to happen once, which is going to be like this pause right here, because the time it's actually on the escape menu, that time doesn't matter for the 5 minutes autosave. So it's only this that matters. So all in all, it is 3 minutes like running and then 15 seconds in the escape menu. Or like 285 seconds, I'm actually walking, 15 seconds, I'm just standing there, and then 15 seconds, it's paused. But those last 15 seconds don't matter, so it's like a 5-minute cycle plus these additional 15 seconds. And this allows it basically to overwrite, or rather, I'm forcing the game to pause when it would actually autosave, so that the actual autosave itself doesn't have much to save. And this has mainly been preventing lag later on, which I think this now is pretty much the best setup you can have. The right-clicking to go against the lag, but this is kind of irrelevant now. And this is pretty much the best setup now that you can have. Now, what have I done? If you set this timed variable to true, then you can put in a time of day. So 1845 was 12 minutes ago. And so once it's past 1845 my time, the script will automatically, like time true, hour greater that, minute greater that, it will exit, which is basically just this function. So it's going to exit the game and also quit the script entirely. Obviously, if the timed isn't true, it's just going to skip that and then reset. It's going to reset exactly every 60 minutes right here. This you can freely configure. It's going to reset every 60 minutes and then just do a proper rejoin. And this is super important. It rejoins quite tightly. So this is set to 12 seconds because it like loads into the world, and pretty much after it loaded, it pauses immediately. That way there's not much time wasted, and I have full control over the autosave cycle. Yeah, and so if it's 40 seconds, goes back in, and then every third time right now, so it's basically, we start the screenshot counter at 0, then every time we reset, or like we rejoin the world, the screenshot counter is gonna increase, and once it is 3, it's gonna take a screenshot as well. So every third rejoin into the world, it's gonna take a screenshot, so it's gonna take a screenshot every 3 hours roughly, and then we obviously reset the counter back to 0. So this wasn't here, so probably around like 12 million, those screenshots will appear. Ultimately, it's a screenshot like every 100,000 blocks in terms of progress. All right, so yeah, 4 million, then 4.15, 4.2 million, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 6, 6, 8, 7, 8, 8, 9, 5 million, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 6, 2, 3. And here, there's a short phase where my laptop still managed to handle the game. So these are now screenshots from my laptop, actually. Here you can see I don't have the texture pack, and also a lot fewer stats here, and also I'm running on 20 FPS instead of 30. So this is actually running on the laptop. And here the screenshots are like every 70k or whatever. Yeah. Negative 7 million. So this was actually when I was gone. I think I was gone over the weekend and the laptop just ran. I think this is where I visited my brother in Switzerland. Yeah, 7.9, 8, 8.2, 8.3. Here it actually kind of lagged out, but it's fine, 8.5. So during this time, I wasn't at home, actually, I think. Yeah, and then actually it took a screenshot too early while it was, like, loading. Then somehow I was in the inventory? I don't fully... Oh, no, I think I took that screenshot, yeah. Because it then made progress again. It took a screenshot here. Here, the screenshot cycle messed up completely, apparently. Mind that this is completely automated. Negative 9 million. Then we have... Let it load a little bit. 5... 9.3. Yeah. I think I missed some information. What exactly are the screenshots for? Basically, the overall idea is I have a hardcore / survival world where I'm trying to do things that nobody has ever done. And one of those things is visiting every single nether corner. Boss, yes, I did get a new haircut. Welcome in, welcome. Happy Saturday. And one of those things is visiting every nether corner. And there's a good reason why nobody has done that in survival without glitches. That is because it's so far. Like, you have to get to 30 million on both coordinates for just one corner. It's like a 60 million by 60 million square, and you start in the dead center. And basically, my way of doing this was using the fastest horse you can get. Took me like 10 hours or so to push to 14.23 meters per second, or blocks per second horse. And basically, it's infeasible for me to only like ride the horse and make progress whenever I'm streaming. This is impossible. So obviously, I have Minecraft running using the script I just showed. I have Minecraft running for, yeah, whenever my computer is on. Thank you, really appreciate it. Whenever my computer is on. And that means that, yeah, I thought of a way to kind of make it more legitimate. I mean, it's already crazy what I've done, and I think there's a lot of proof that I'm actually doing this, but that nobody can accuse me of, like, not doing this legitimately. I thought of what is the best way to capture progress, and so I've decided to within the script, automatically have it capture screenshots as well. So that's the screenshots that I'm showing right now as kind of a proof that I'm actually traveling there. And the main idea is that you can kind of look at the date when it was created and also line it up with the progress to kind of see how long it's been taking. And I think the steps are going to make quite a lot of sense. Sean, welcome in. Welcome. And this is just kind of to prove that this is all legitimate, that I'm actually doing this. Because it's truly, this is on the 13th of February, but it's truly taking me pretty much 2 full months. It's a little over 2 months that it took me to get from 375 million, like the overworld corner, to now the nether corner. And we've talked about last stream about it. Yeah, well, last stream on this was well over 2 months ago. Just to make this clear, the last update on this project was well over 2 months ago, and I had it running every single day, even throughout the night on some occasions, like from yesterday to today, especially important that I did that, because otherwise, I wouldn't have made it for the stream. Because you have to imagine, 100k already takes 3 hours, more than 3 hours, to do 100k on both coordinates. So later on, these screenshots are 3 hours apart, each and every single one of them. I'm not ready for this. Oh god. Let me know once you send something on Discord, but I quickly want to show this. This is for YouTube. Oh my god! Yo! All the emotes are in place. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I've seen them on Discord already. You have truly outdone yourself. Especially I like the animated ones. God damn. That is crazy. Well freaking done. Well freaking done. Those are sick. And you've really outdone yourself because the font and the text is so readable. Which is like the main concern that I used to have. But this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. And you have the gifted sub. Yeah, I was like, wait, how can you use them? Unless they're like follow emotes. Damn. Well freaking done. Well freaking done. Jan, it was lovely also being there for the most part on these streams as well. It's crazy because there's rarely an occasion where you can hire or like get your emotes done while they're being like streamed and you can interact with. Like this is a huge deal. This is a huge deal for like your business that you're streaming this and people can actually directly communicate and see the results as time progresses. This is so freaking good. This is so freaking good. All right, we're at negative 9.35 million, 3.6. There will be some discrepancy between the coordinates here and there. I think later on, I'm usually like 15k off. At some point, I just end up being like 15k off, which is weird. Yeah, then we're back on the computer. So this is like throughout the weekend. Yeah, this is already the 13th of February now. 9.7 million, 9.8. Yeah, here you can see there was a lot of lagging because the screenshots sometimes, like this is like 23k difference here. Then we continue, let it load a little bit. Yeah, so I used to take screenshots like way more frequently. Yeah, these are, if you look at the time up here, these are screenshots. Oh, we're back on the laptop here, actually. These are screenshots like every freaking hour. Yeah. Sometimes pretty much on the second. 10 million. So we're back on the laptop here. I obviously had to move these screenshots from the laptop over. Absolutely crazy. So this is only a third. Just mind you guys, this is a third of the distance to the nether corner. This is a third. Then we're back on the PC. I think I took some manual screenshots. Yeah, now the screenshots are a lot more spaced out. They're like every... Oh, here they're like every 4 hours right now. Oh, wait. No, I'm stupid. No, now it's like every 75-ish minutes. Yeah, now you can also see, because we're back on the PC, now you can also see the real life time. And just another way of confirming this. It obviously lines up with the screenshot. So like 1022, 1022. If anyone ever thinks this isn't legitimate. Also the day counter. Like all these things are hard to manipulate. If this were somehow fake. Right? And there's no point in me faking this. Because why would I take like a screenshot multiple times a day for literally 2 months straight? Like, no. Obviously, this is actually happening. I'm traveling there. I'm doing all this. All of these things are lining up. So now it's just, yeah, now it's a screenshot like every 3 hours. From now on, it's every 3 hours. This is where I finalized how I wanted to have my screenshot pattern, because this perfectly, in many cases, is like perfectly 100k or slightly more than 100k. It's quite satisfying. So right here, we're like halfway, and you can already see there's like an 8k difference between the coordinates. So some discrepancies started happening, and this is already 16k right here, 16 million. Then we go 17.2 million. Obviously, you need to know that the script, if the script doesn't run long enough to have 3 rejoin cycles, it won't take a screenshot. So if there are bigger gaps, it's because I either was changing something in the script or something even crashed, because this is during the time where the game still crashed sometimes after rejoins, where I didn't have my Intel issues figured out. So yeah, so like here's like a 6-hour gap because I was like restarting the script pretty much before it was about to take a screenshot, I guess. And then from here on out, it should have run fairly smoothly. 18 million. Oh yeah, here I even made a message. That was a crash. Hence why there's massive gap. Obviously, during the night, the PC was usually not running. So you'll see a gap from like 11:50 p.m. to like 1 p.m. Because when I start the script at like 10 a.m., then the first screenshot is going to happen at 1 p.m. Obviously, there's like a 3-hour gap from me starting to the first screenshot. So obviously, there's a bigger gap there. Then we're on 19 million. And I had F3 on for one. I think that was manual screenshot, actually. Some manual screenshots did happen accidentally, because when I press F3 to line up my angle. Yo, MT, welcome in. Welcome. So we have negative 20 million. And here we already have like a 10,000 block gap between the coordinates. I guess I was looking down more here. Then that puts us at negative 21 million. Then negative 22 million. Then negative 23 million. Then we're at 24 million. Okay, then some higher resolution screenshots, okay. 25 million, pretty much flat on. I think I even took that screenshot manually. Is it not? No, that wasn't a manual screenshot. 12 a.m. No, that was a manual screenshot. Definitely was, because it's like a 2-hour gap. And then we continue here. And this is like a pretty good spacing. A screenshot like every 100k. 26 million. Then this is where I realized that my reload, like rejoin timing from the main menu into the world was a little too short. So basically it rejoins. I can maybe show this with the script again. Right here. So like when it enters the rejoin function, which is right here, it exits the world, waits like 40 seconds, then tab, enter. This sequence basically opens up the last world. And yeah, we will get into the craft mine today. Now, basically, this sleep is basically, it waits after joining the world. This is how much time it waits in milliseconds. So like 12 seconds, it will wait until it's going to resume with the first action here, which is escape, and then waiting and exiting the pause menu. Basically though, if this sleep is too fast, so like 10 seconds is what it used to be at. If it's only 10 seconds, it could happen that the game doesn't load the world quick enough. It basically presses escape, but that escape doesn't do anything. Then it loads into the world and presses escape after 15 seconds. Which basically means that it's gonna end up pausing forever. Or it's like, it's pausing, and like it is in the escape menu while it's pressing forward. And then it's basically inverted. So basically when it's supposed to walk, it's actually in the pause menu. And when it's supposed to be paused, it's not in the pause menu, so it's like completely inverted. And that's what messed it up here. Then I changed it to 12 seconds, and it's all fine. We continue here. 26.6 million, 89. Yeah, here it was about to lag out, so I didn't have the timings perfectly yet. As it is in the script now. Same thing happened here still, and I think then I figured it out. From here on, never mind, I didn't figure it out yet. Now I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Yeah, now no more lag. Pretty clean steps, sometimes even like 180k gaps. Boom, 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 boom. And that is the very, very last screenshot, which is today. This is already like 10 minutes before I started today's stream. And it's pretty crazy. So that's the rundown. It is currently a solid... How many screenshots is that since we left? 343 screenshots that it took pretty much all of them automatically during the entire travel here. Absolutely crazy. Back from chess and I realized something. I had the Ultram's world record for like 3 to 4 months before Yanatama had the world record for 3 days until I got it back. Yeah, I was actually surprised that somebody else who... I didn't even know anybody else was running the category, that they found your stream. And yeah, you reclaimed it. Super, super sick. But it's so luck-based. It's so freaking luck-based. Alright, so I showed the script as well. I hope you guys are ready. I don't fully know how close we're gonna be, but it shouldn't take super long. Usually it takes like 3 hours to do 100k. Or you guys saw kind of the gaps in between the screenshots. And it's been a while since I've moved the face cam to this position specifically, because this is the Cheetah Tour Challenge position. You told their YouTube. Oh, I see. Like when they had the world record. That is cool. That is actually really cool. All right. Gonna get the music back. I've not been in a hardcore world for a really, really long time. Or this. It is a survival world. Exclamation mark death, guys. I'm not trying to claim anything that didn't happen. Yeah, those clips still exist because it's clips. I keep forgetting about that. Alright, we're gonna turn the graphics up to fancy. And we still have a little bit of distance to cover. But it gives me some time to talk about a few more things. You guys can kind of see it's still a 3k gap. I'm usually walking at 135 degrees. I'm gonna change that to like 136.5, whatever. Just to go a little more north, which is gonna increase the second coordinate a little more. It is cheated after all, yes, but not in that intention. It's more supposed to look cheated than actually being cheated. I guess it's reasonable. I guess it wasn't the name after all, but it's not my intention, yeah. Yeah, just like having it locked and keeping the hardcore hearts. Being transparent, though. We have died, but I'll try and keep it at that. My god. Yeah, I died exactly... Nah, well, the Ravager death was different. Doesn't need to matter, you guys. Especially in the intro, the death will be there. Yeah, I'm keeping the 2 there because... The 3, it doesn't work. Because the cheated inventory challenge, to have like the 2 in there. Cheated inventory just not gonna work anymore. So I'll have to keep it at that. Yeah. Basically though, I've seen the Minecraft movie. Dogmaster's actually like watching it today. So that's gonna be interesting. Curious to see what he has to say about it. Doubles. Yeah, no. Well, so for YouTube, my idea will be that most of the intro is going to stay the same, but the hardcore heart is like chroma keyed. So basically, instead of the hardcore heart, it will show both like death clips in the shape of the heart, though. So it will be every episode after that. In the intro, basically, the death will be shown. So it should be pretty clear that that has happened. And I might have to change the intro a little bit. But the thing is, the intro is pretty much pre-recorded, so I can't change the intro itself that well. Because it's the intro now is imported as a video file to make things less complicated. So I'll have to do some funny editing to just make clear that, yeah. So, yeah, wow, it's been a while, and the main thing I wanted to mention is I had to keep the PC running from yesterday to today, because otherwise I would probably still be like $500,000 off. So I slept in the bathroom because I cannot sleep if the PC is running in this room that I'm currently in, because it's just way too small. It's not... I can deal with the noise, but it's just gonna get way too hot and really disturb my sleep. So that's where the last few screenshots were, like, throughout the night. And yeah, obviously once we get to the corner, I'll turn up the render. I will get the shaders on. I did back up the world a little less the last couple of days. I kept the pattern of literally backing up the world every single day. I did that quite well, like either in the evening or in the morning, but I backed it up pretty much every single day. As I've shown previously, going into the dim-1 folder, deleting the entities, deleting the POI and the region files, obviously making sure that I only delete the ones that I've visited the most recently. That's why it's sorted by the most recent. And then I'm deleting, making sure that where the Nether portal is right now, that chunk, or that region where the Nether portal is, that region obviously has to stay within the files and shouldn't get deleted, because if you guys don't know, we're gonna do a really, really long subspace bubble. There's an advancement in this game where, also, by the way, I've extensively made sure the advancements and statistics didn't bug out. It was very, very funny, because before I managed to find the intel fix, or before I fixed it in general, I did have another, like, crash/blue screen where the statistics glitched out. So it's basically when a crash happens because of Minecraft, when a blue screen happens because of Minecraft, that's when the statistics and advancements glitch out. Super, super weird. And on the modded server, got you. Catch you later, MT. Catch you later, catch you later. Also just got another job. 5 panels. Let's freaking go. Oh, why? Yeah, going for now. Have a great stream. Why are we lagging here? Save. Save. Yeah, so this is why I made sure to pause every 5 minutes. So that this all doesn't happen. So I'm basically overwriting these autosaves. Yeah, I guess if you lurk or whatever. Even though you're AFK at the farm, so actually not much changes, I suppose. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have like 10,000 blocks to go. I'm always looking at like the lower coordinates. No, you're not lurking, you're actually just chatting. Actually, whatever. Forget what I said. I guess we can also quickly calculate what the distance is right now. So I've shown this previously. I guess it's good to give an update on this as well. Basically, we had the 8 diagonals from 0, 0 all the way to the first corner. That is 8 times this distance, 3.75 million. And now, once we reach the second corner, it's gonna be like we have 2 times 3.75 million horizontally. So that's these 2. And then I guess we have, because from the overworld corner to the nether corner, it's only 7 times this distance diagonally. So that's what we're gonna set it to. And then no remaining distance on the diagonal. We're gonna save that. double click, and this puts us at 47.935% on the progress. So obviously once we do the subspace back and are like halfway to the next overworld corner, that's when this is going to be 50%. So yeah, close to 48% overall. Very, very cool. So it's crazy how much I've like automated now to make things easier. All right, 10,000 blocks to go. This is crazy because again, nobody has even done a single corner. I'm doing all of them, and I hope I can reliably finish this within the next 4.5 months. It's roughly 2 weeks. I think it's roughly 2 weeks to get from one overworld corner to the next overworld corner, and it's roughly 2 months to do the distance from an overworld corner to a nether corner, the full diagonal. So 4.5 months from now on, which would put us in the middle of August. Oh boy. Yeah. You know, since you have time to calculate sine x of e. Sine x equals e. What? That is so stupid. It's just an absolute garbage number. How do you expect me to do this in my head? Because practically, you only need the values where sine of x is like, you know, square root of 0 over 2, which is just 0. So where the sine of x is 0, where the sine of x is 1 over 1/2, where it's square root of 2 over 1/2, or like divided by 2, where it's square root of 3 divided by 2, and where it's square root of 4 divided by 2, which is 1. You can take but I've never needed that. I mean, I can just plug it into the calculator, but this is never something I do in my head. I mean, I can try and interpolate. So, let me think. I mean, oh boy. But this is actually so stupid. No, I don't think I can even estimate this because whenever sine of x is 1, I don't even know how to calculate that when it's above 1. Because you never need that. I guess just circles further around. No, this is so stupid. I guess maybe it's like in the bottom left quadrant, in the negative quadrant. Probably like, maybe it's like 200 degrees. I don't know. I could see. No, wait. If this is 1, no, 1 is up top. I'm stupid. Sine of 1 is 90 degrees. Actually, no, I don't know. Nah, I couldn't be bothered. Sine of x equals... I don't know how to do that. That's just a calculator thing. I don't know how to approach that. Because I guess I need the arc sine of E to get that. And so, yeah, no, this is stupid. I guess this is some calculation I'm doing. No, I don't know. Just tell me. I'm not gonna like pause now and calculate. Like, this is stupid. Especially because it's been over 2 months since I've like shown this world. I'm not gonna like waste time now pausing and make it annoying for me to edit. Even though this is probably skipped anyways. But we have... Actually, I need to make sure that I go more north than anything else. That we kind of reach the corner. But yeah. We have 7.5k to go. I'm so happy it worked out so well. Like, it only went like 45 minutes into the stream. With the auto stopping. I'm glad I got that working because as of recent, I actually had some issues with the exiting the game whenever a certain time is reached. But now, yeah, it's crazy how much the script has evolved. Like, now I pretty much have a perfect, and I mean perfect, horse traveling script that exactly times it on the auto pauses, or exactly times it on the auto saves, I should say, and takes screenshots in certain intervals, rejoins the game, allows you to... I guess I could even make it that it pays attention to which day, but I don't think that's really relevant. So basically, on a certain day, you can set a time when it should end. It's super, super cool. It's actually really, really cool. And the imaginary form is... Oh, that's how you do that! Yeah, sorry. It's been a bit since we calculated with imaginary numbers. I don't have a math course currently, I'm forgetting. Yeah, sine of x is e to the power of ix minus divided by 2I. That is the... God, what is the name of the formula? Yeah, you can do the same with cosine. And cosine only has e to the ix plus e to the ix. Yeah, plus e to the I minus... e to the ix plus e to the minus ix over I... And over 2. It's just over 2. It's not over 2I for the cosine. Euler's formula. Thank you. Yeah, oh my god. Now, the crazy part is I had to use that a lot. There were like 3 freaking exercise sheets where I had to use that on like every exercise. That was... Yeah, that is actually kind of sad that I didn't think of that. Yeah, so then obviously it makes the calculations easier. Yeah, you now integrate. I mean, integration is actually quite fine because actually we had to do that a lot. E to the ix integrated is basically a full circle, depends. But e to the ix on certain bounds just is 0. And same with e to the minus negative ix. I don't know how to integrate. It's actually super easy. Imagine, in most cases, when you're talking about Fourier approximation, you can look it up. I think you'll find it interesting. In Fourier approximation, you're going to need exactly that. You'll come across it a lot, and then you'll have usually... Yeah, Fourier. Yeah. Fourier, basically, it's a way to... Imagine you have, like, any function that, like, repeats itself. Ideally, it's like a function that has a gap. So, like, a function that goes up, then there's no function values, and you start. It's like a seesaw, kind of. But you have gaps. So you have a function that, like, chumps, but is consistent and does that. Fourier? Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, yeah. Basically, what Fourier transform allows you to do is approximate any function that, like, repeats itself with sine and cosine values. And so it's like one continuous curve, and it's basically an infinite sum. The more terms you sum up, the more accurate that approximation will be. Taylor approximation is like, I guess, Taylor approximation allows you to approximate using derivatives of a function, but here you're actually using sine and cosine, which is good because it is basically guaranteeing you a continuous function. Anyways, the point is that there you'll have integrals from like 0 to 2 pi, and then if you integrate e to the ix from 0 to 2 pi, it's basically a full circle. And so if you have a circle that is at 0, 0, I guess the size doesn't even matter. But in this case, the radius would just be 1. And anything that is below... Anything in the negative y. So anything that is below the x-axis is like negative area. Doesn't really exist, but like that's how integrals work. So everything below the x-axis is like negative area, and everything above is like positive area, and it just cancels out perfectly. So that is 0. And that's usually the case, yeah. Otherwise, it kind of depends on where you stop, and then you'll have to take the area, which is annoying. Yeah, well, Fourier transform, you might have heard it in the context of audio. Fourier transform also allows you to, like, take an audio signal and kind of separate it into all of its frequencies. Question, how do you integrate a circle because it has multiple XY values? Well, I mean, you just use, you can literally just use the complex plane for that, as I just literally explained, because the E2IX is a circle. Well, the circle formula, you might know it, it's like x minus h squared minus, there's a minus there as well. Or is it a plus? Plus or minus. And then you have y minus k squared equals the radius squared. That's the main circle formula. But I actually don't know if it's plus or minus in between. Wait, what does make more sense? No, it has to be plus. Yeah, it's minus in the brackets, obviously, but it has to be plus outside, yeah. Yeah, that is the circle formula. You just take the square root, that will allow you to get the radius. And, like, h and k are obviously the center offset, respectively. Alright, enough yapping. Math is really, really cool. And certainly something I can talk about a lot, but it seems to discourage people, so I'm sorry for that. Guys, let's make a little countdown. It's 3 freaking thousand blocks to go. I'm gonna make sure I increase more on the north still. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is just crazy. On the last 1000, we'll turn up the render, get shaders on and all that. 2500. I'm mainly looking at the second chords because those are still further. And I'm making sure that the first coordinates don't decrease too much. We can catch up here a little bit. This is absolutely crazy. Over 340 automatic screenshots. Wait, what is the day gap? Let me check. What is the day gap from the corner? So corner was at day 17,376. So it's literally... This is crazy. 17,376 and 19,923. Or I guess it's 19,927. So it's literally like 2,600 in-game days to go from the overworld corners to the nether corner. 2,000, like 550. 2,554. Yeah, I think that's spot on. 2,554 in-game days. Dude! That's wild. It's actually wild. Oh my god. My god. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, Eclipse is actually annoying. No, Eclipse is really annoying. But then you'll have the notion of... what's it called? There's something... It's like the same as when planets orbit. Yeah, just look up orbits. They also use e to the ix terms. Those are orbits. Oh wait, but they're still circular, aren't they? But you can... There's like a way you can make an orbit into something elliptic. You'd have to look that up, actually. Yeah, but I think orbits are the way to go. Just look up how orbits work. Orbits... There you'll have ellipses, and that will make it possible. I think it's not too different. You just have to stretch it on one side. It's basically this idea of, like, having kind of a pendulum that goes around, and you can kind of stitch multiple orbits together, and it can, like, create flower patterns and stuff. Super, super cool. With orbits, you can basically create, like, anything. Alright, we're getting really close. I don't want to reach another border. So I'm, like, making sure the first coordinate doesn't make too much more progress. Holy cow, 1,000 blocks. We should probably see the nether border on the left side of already. Because I got a little too close. Complementary, unbound, complementary, reimagined. I don't know what will look best here. But we'll probably see the border already. Oh my god. Takes a while to load. Apply. Done. Yeah, we kind of see it, but let's go. This is crazy. Crazy. I'm gonna go further north. Yeah, you can kind of see the border already. Oh god. You can definitely see it. You can see it right there. That's the corner. Right there is the corner. Oh my god. Oh my god. And of course Spotify stopped. That's insane. I'm not gonna put in like any crazy song or whatever. We'll have this 2 more times. Oh, I should also make sure. Wait, why did the... Let me make sure that the game captures on properly. There we go. And... yeah, game audio is there. Yeah, it's been 2 months and like 4 days since I last gave an update on this world. 2 months, 4 days. It's basically when I started going away from the last... from the overworld corner. Oh my god. Yes. Guys, like... I want to make this clear. Nobody has even done a single corner. Yeah, that's what... It's gonna put the estimate at like 4.5 more months. Especially now I have optimized... We're like lagging because there's no sound. Because I've optimized the script super well to work with the 5-minute autosave. The script is pretty much as efficient as it can be now. So things are gonna speed up. Definitely. Crazy. Crazy. Right there. We've done it. Do I get the advancement already? Yep. There we go. Northwest. Mind you guys, that these are, for the remainder of this world, going to be the biggest coordinates you will ever get to see. Because now there's a negative in front. So, it's basically 10 digits on the overworld corners, on the overworld coordinates. 10 freaking digits. Dude, absolutely crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Wow. Alright, you guys know what this means. What's that TV show about breaking out of jailbreak? I guess so. I've not seen it. Most likely. We have the fence here. Horse. Dude, it feels so stupid, but I don't have horse armor. I definitely need to find diamond horse armor for our devil's minion here. Holy freaking cow. God, what are even in these shulker boxes? It's been 2 freaking months. We're gonna place this down. Where's my stuff? There's some netherite blocks in here. Beautiful stuff. But most importantly, no, I sorted them out already. There. Right about here. These are the lodestones that I'm gonna use for the nether. With these compasses. I'm obviously putting any banner down or making a map doesn't make much sense. So let's go right here. Boom. This is where we have the lodestone. This is basically the most precise 135 degree angle that you can have. There we go. This compass will basically never change its angle ever again. So this is the most we're gonna get this compass to ever change its angle. Yeah, this one now, for example, is gonna perfectly always. This is the most precise, like 0-degree compass you could ever have. This is pointing 60 million blocks over to the other corner. 60 million blocks this way. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Oh boy. Yep. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So that lodestone is there. Obviously, this chunk I'll make sure stays relevant, or is kept in the game files. I'm literally gonna trim it down to just this one chunk. I'm gonna get NHS back. Now I have 10 more obby here. Yeah. I need to make sure I get a little more obby, actually. Where do I have... Not in here. Chests. I'll look for a lava lake in mine. Yeah. I need to grab some obby. It's definitely important. And for the very last corner, I want to go below the nether roof. So there we'll have to make sure I have all the resources to make a bedrock breaker. Thingy-mabob. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for reminding me. Oh my god. I nearly forgot. Let's quickly look through the predictions you guys made, including me, in terms of what biome the overworld is going to be. Oh yeah, right. Obviously the chances are high the biome is going to be really unspectacular. But nonetheless, need to do that. And obviously I'm also going to update the progress. We've already calculated it to be 47.94 because it's 935. So this is currently the progress on the corners. Getting close to 50%, and quickly to show this as well. I need to mine some obby now, and most importantly, we had the biome guesses to be any ocean for Dogmaster, beach for OK, a mushroom for me. So this is where I want to hit the mushroom. Oh god. Then forest for XL, and bamboo jungle for Noah. Let's see who is the closest. Prison Break, that's the name, yeah, gotcha. Oh, it's just Prison Break. Oh my god, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Alright, and most importantly, I need to make sure the horse goes through the nether portal first. Because again, how this is going to work. I'm gonna build... It doesn't matter where I build this nether portal. It does not matter. I definitely need to get some more... obsidian. It's very important. Yeah, look at this. Even the shaders are glitching out now. This is actually something I had during my like experimenting, my testing. That, yeah, the portal starts glitching out because it's not supposed to ever exist this far out in the world. All right, again, we had. I mean, yeah, you did. Oh, MT, I forgot. MT also said any ocean. MT also said any ocean. Previously said windswept. Alright, hopefully this works. It's like lagging. Go through. Go through. The horse is gone. The horse is gone. I want to take a final screenshot. I'm a warrior. Here at the nether corner. This is the second nether corner. Out of 4. Absolutely wild. Alright, this is always a really scary moment. But let's go through. Let's do it. Massive lag spike. This is always super scary because it's the furthest subspace bubble you could ever do. Why am I falling? Oh my god. Oh, that took forever to load. Height 69. The horse is right here. And we're back. God, that's so scary. Oh, and I'm so stupid. We already knew this biome. Why did I make this so intense? We already knew this biome that it was plains. What am I... Wait, you guys confused me. We already did this last time. Of course it's plains. We know this. We know this already. It's been 2 months. We know this already because, guys, I would have not been able to teleport back with my horse if this portal wasn't here. I am only able to take my horse with me if this very portal is pre-built. Because otherwise, I would have to load the overworld side, then go back into the nether and bring my horse with me. But the only downside is my horse is then literally nearly 300 million blocks away if you take the overworld distance. This is a 296 million block subspace distance, subspace bubble that we've done here. And yeah, no, we know this overworld location. And we've already mapped it out and everything, of course. I'm quickly gonna look for a lava lake just to mine a little bit of obsidian. We do have an outpost here. We do have a snowy here. Absolutely crazy. Just want to quickly find a lava lake to get to. Problem is I don't want to load like too many chunks here. I guess I can trim them though. Oh god, it's lagging. It's saving. There we go. Yeah, this is not a good idea to load stuff being this far out. It's my best bet of getting obsidian here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, forest was relatively far. Alright, just want to make sure I get some obsidian again. Because yeah, that's why it's so important to get the horse through first. Because otherwise I'd have to go for a new horse, obviously. There's no way I would get back to that horse. Oh, I need to check the chest, obviously. If there's a god apple in here, that'd be just wild. Silk touch, though, that's nice. Alright, that gets us to 15. There's another one here. Two more here. Alright, pick this up and go back. Beautiful. Sentry. Iron. Oh, right. Offhand looting is maybe not the smartest idea. Oh, we're lagging again? I need to be super careful. Until the loading disappears. There we go. Dude, this is so laggy. This is really not where you should be. The world is not loading. Alright, beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, it is super, super rare. Alright, we did get some very useless iron. I'm not sure where I want to put that. Some heads here. Alright! Alright. Fence post I'm gonna keep. And now, if I did everything correctly, on the opposite side of this portal now, we should have a nether portal on the roof. That should be good. Make sure the saving has happened. Alright. Say hello. Say bye-bye. Why are you not portaling? There's no way. Did I actually delete the chunk? I mean, it's fine. Did I actually delete the chunk? Like, it is fine. We're gonna make things a little more annoying. Let's see here. Maybe I have to, like, load it again. Yeah, that's crazy. I did accidentally delete the chunk. Okay, now the question is... No, I guess I'll just go into the roof. Gives me some more obby. It's fine. It's fine. I somehow did delete the chunk. But I don't know when I did that. So apparently that portal is not on the roof anymore. That's fine. Guess it's just more obby now. Which is perfect. And then, yeah. Today we can already go to the next overworld corner. Or, oh, we'll get that started tomorrow. Alright, there's already bedrock there. Yeah, for the last corner, I want to get below the nether roof. This is what I'm looking at, 126. Definitely doing a 127. Yeah, this is a 120, still 126. Where do we have 126? Stop the lag, man. 127. Make sure I'm gonna save here. Yeah, saving takes forever. This is so brutal. So brutal. Alright, make sure I craft sticks. Then get ladders made. I just wanted to tap craft, I don't know. Ladders there. I'm not doing the other way. You are here! I got scammed! Why did you not link? Oh god, I'm lagging again. Why did you not link, dude? I guess I'm gonna move this portal a tiny bit. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna move this portal. It's like... well, you would only have to move it by, like... 1 block. So I can probably... yeah, put 1 obsidian there. A lot of obsidian mining. I didn't intend for this. I'm sorry about that. Alright, beautiful. Then I'll probably put it here. Right there. And portal through here. This links up here now. My horse is not there. Can a horse please load? There you are. Oh my god. Now go through, please. Thank you. Alright. Bye-bye, worlds. Come here. Incredibly laggy. Game is not meant to be played at these coordinates. That's just for sure. I think a lead went through, but it's fine. Right, break this portal. And then we have a lot of obsidian to go with. Bitch. Very nice. We've done it. 2 out of 4 corners. Done and dusted. Oh god. Three P half, 3 KPI. You're going to 2 integers. Yeah, okay. That makes sense, actually. Pick that up. Alright. And we're back in the horse. Right there. So the next direction we're gonna go is gonna be the northeast corner. So... instead of going further this way, we're gonna go east. Which is gonna lower the first coordinate. Northeast now. We've done southwest, northwest. Now it's gonna be northeast. So I'll be traveling at negative 90 degrees. That's gonna be the next angle we're gonna be at. Crazy stuff. Turn it down. Fly. Turn off the shaders. And that's where we're gonna continue. Next time. Crazy stuff. Right there, I'm gonna make sure that one slot is empty. That's gonna be the slot I'm gonna be on. If I do accidentally hit Q, I'm not gonna drop anything. And that's gonna be the next angle. This is gonna take probably 2 weeks. Maybe 1. With the better script. Alright, very cool. Gonna exit world here. I'm obviously gonna back this up. But I'm not gonna have it running now. I'm gonna back it up later. Let's freaking go! We've done it! Second nether corner. Done. I still don't understand the auto mod. Can we freaking allow that, please? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is absolutely wild. We have done it. The nether portal somehow was there, but I had to go back to the roof. That's fine. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I just don't get it. I don't know how many more times I need to allow that. It's not allowing it. I'm actually gonna manually allow it now. It's somehow not adding it to the list. So the allowing doesn't do anything. Stream manager. Where is it? It doesn't make sense. Where is it? Where is it? Settings, moderation. There we go. Block terms and phrases. Oh my god. No, not blocked. Permitted terms and phrases. Root. Ads. Okay, can somebody please test it now? Like, just didn't add it properly. That's so weird. Alright, for this, I'm actually not gonna be too sure where I want to have the face cam. So, guys, I've decided that this will be part of the Complete Them All series. So my idea is, I get the Cheat Inventory Challenge episode done, and then this is gonna be the next video on YouTube. So, be aware